Bum ba dum bum, bum ba dum. Bum ba dum bum, ba da 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 da, dun da dun, dun da dun, dun da dun, dun da dun, dun, bum ba dum bum. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't resist. But yeah, if you couldn't recognize that theme music I was humming to just now, today I'm here to share my thoughts on Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, the sequel to the first Indiana Jones movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark. And yes, I know that you guys are already going into the comments section, pointing out how I should have watched this first movie first, and then share my thoughts on it. Well, if you saw my video yesterday about how I found this and The Last Crusade yesterday, I did explain that I only found these two, for this and The Last Crusade, not the first movie. And I did also point out that I watched the entire trilogy on Netflix years ago. But besides that, I am going to share my thoughts on Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I'm guessing so many of you have already heard about this movie before. But just in case you haven't, Indiana Jones, the daredevil archaeologist who saved mankind in Raiders of the Lost Ark, which I still gotta find a VHS and DVD copy of that movie, is back in one of the biggest box office smashes in history. This time, Indy's out to find the famous Akara stone and to save hundreds of children who've been enslaved by a mysterious cult. In Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, it's an action-packed masterpiece with special effects and edge-of-your-seat adventure. Harrison Ford leads an incredible cast in this breathtaking epic shot on 3 continents by the film's creators, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. Oh man, this is one insane movie, and I mean that in a good way. I mean, just like the description on the back of the VHS just explained, it has something to do with Indiana Jones and his friends, Willie and Short Round, trying to look for an ancient Indian stone and save so many Jones's lives who has been enslaved by this menacing villain in India in the mid-1930s. Whew. Man, even though I'm not much of an Indiana Jones type fan or an expert, I can really tell that this movie's a lot of fun. Great action scenes, great characters, so many special effects that are just mind-blowing, and the death scenes are quite brutal and insane. Probably insane compared to the first movie. Oh boy. And I gotta admit, I like the cast, especially Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. Now, I'm sure most of you have been familiar with his career for a while now, because he has worked on all 5 Indiana Jones movies: Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and Dial of Destiny. But he has worked on other TV and movie projects, like the original Star Wars trilogy. But I think most people know him as Indiana Jones the most, because I'm pretty sure that's like his famous. I'm sure that's one of his most iconic roles. There's Kui Wan. I'm sorry if it sounded like I said his name wrong. I don't know much about Kui Wan's career, other than his involvement in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And again, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm sorry if I said his name wrong again. I guess I'm just not familiar with him. And this actress playing Willie, okay, for some reason her name escapes me for some reason. Wait, does it mention? Okay, it only meant. Oh wait, that was the cast. Kate Capshaw. Okay, I don't know much about her career, but I'm getting sidetracked. It is cool to see Indiana Jones travel around the world, looking for different historical artifacts while battling so many crazy villains. He's kind of like James Bond, when you think about it. Yes, I know it's weird for me to compare Indiana Jones to James Bond, or the other way around, but I'm just saying. I'm not gonna give too much of this movie away because I assume that you guys are not like fans of spoilers. There are other things that I like the part where Indy and his friends are having dinner with the prince and a few other guests. We continue to see Willie's reaction to the food they serve, like snake surprise, beetle meals, and monkey brains. Look, no, I'm not disrespecting anybody who lives in India. I mean, I'm just sharing my own opinion, but they should have an odd appetite. But hey, I guess when you gotta eat, you gotta eat. And Willie's reaction keeps getting a little bit funny every time. Even Short Round's reaction to the food they serve. And honestly, I don't blame them. It can make anyone feel a little bit uneasy. And again, I'm not being disrespectful to anybody who lives in India. And if this came out as me being disrespectful without trying to, I'm terribly sorry. I'm sorry if this was taken the wrong way or was taken out of context. So I apologize. Anyways, I think Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is quite insane and action-packed, and, well, the death scenes can be very brutal. I mean, man, forget Freddy Krueger, or Jason Voorhees, or Ghostface, or Chucky being crazy killers. Because the killing they do is nothing compared to the death scenes in this movie. And I'm guessing the first and third film probably have their fair share. I'm guessing the first and third films probably have their fair share of death scenes. But the death scenes in this movie takes the cake. Oh boy. So overall, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is still a great movie. And if you guys haven't seen this movie yet, then go right ahead. I'm sure you can find a VHS and DVD copy of this movie somewhere. Either at a thrift store, in Walmart, Target, or just order the original trilogy from Amazon. Or if you guys have cable, I'm sure you'll be able to catch all three movies, including this one, on TV. Or just watch people on YouTube share their thoughts on it. And like I said before, I have been familiar with Indiana Jones for a while now. I did mention yesterday that I did grow up with the original trilogy like a few years ago on Netflix. And I even saw the Nostalgic Critic do a review of the 5th Indiana Jones movie, The Dial of Destiny, which I assume is even worse than the 4th movie. In fact, I think the 4th film might be a little bit better than the 5th film. Yes, I went there. Sorry, I'm getting off topic here. Whether you're an Indiana Jones fan or not, I'm sure the Temple of Doom can be fun. And trust me, there are so many things to expect from this movie. I already mentioned the dinner scene. So I'll probably give this movie five Indiana Jones whips. 5 Indiana Jones whips out of 5.